Hello and welcome to Learning from Lauren. I am Lauren, your host, and today we are talking all about what vendor training is like as a travel agent. So let's talk about that. So, if you don't know, if you are not a travel agent or you are interested in becoming a travel agent, I am Lauren. I am a travel agent. I'm also a teacher of over 21 years, and I am here to help you as newer travel agents or deciding if you want to become a travel agent. Currently, I am traveling, as you can see, and I just have to make things work when I go live. It doesn't matter what my background looks like or, where it is that we're looking at. It just matters that I'm here to give you content and give you some information. So, a lot of people have been asking about vendor training. And when you become a travel agent, you have to learn to become a travel agent, and then you need to learn how to use the different systems of each vendor because, fun fact is, every vendor likes to use something different and they ask for different information and stuff like that. So they all have their own, I don't want to say they all, the major places that you are going to travel with or the main vendors, they're going to have some sort of training. And it kind of depends on what training you're doing, but there is a lot of cruise training. So let's say you want to do like Royal Caribbean or Celebrity, things like that. They have their own training programs that once you have a login to sell for Royal Caribbean or Celebrity, then there is a training program that you can do that's all online and it's self-paced. There are quizzes at the end, but I will say they typically let you retake those quizzes as many times as possible. Now, with I'm just going to use Royal Caribbean because it's a good example of one. Royal Caribbean has different levels. So when you are taking the classes, I think there's like 21 classes for a bachelor's and maybe like 20 for a master's. So they have them set up and you take them in succession order and you take those classes. And then once you've taken them all, after each session, let's say each session is about 10-15 minutes, then there is a quiz. Now, in each session, maybe it's going to be talking about what the cruise lines are. Like, what is their philosophy? What is their goal? Where do they sail? And then you're going to take a quiz on that. Then you're going to move on to the next part. And then maybe you're going to talk about each individual ship and you're going to see how each class of ships is. So that's kind of what the training programs kind of look like. Sometimes there's video, sometimes it's reading. It kind of depends on the vendor, how you are learning. Most of the tests are multiple choice when you take them, and they'll say, like, if you don't get them all right, then you need to go back and try again, and they'll send you back to that beginning of the session, and you can look for the information so you make sure that you have it. Now, what I did when I was training at all the trainings that I've done, I took notes while I was training because I really wanted to learn it. There is a need or sometimes a desire as a travel agent to get it done as soon as possible so that you can say, I have this training done. And now I have my master's with Royal Caribbean, which is great. Like, it's so great if you do that training. There's so much information. It really helps you to get to know the product and you really know it. However, if you're just going to rush through it and try and take the test as fast as possible, you're not really getting anything out of it. You want to try and focus in on those, what it is that they're trying to teach you, and you really want to know what their core beliefs are and what they stand by, because it does make a difference when you go to sell different things to different people. And you wanna make sure that you're matching people with the product, the right product, I should say. So you don't wanna just say, "Oh, everyone, I sell cruises, but I only sell Royal Caribbean, so everyone who comes to me is automatically going to get a Royal Caribbean cruise." Well, everyone's not gonna want a Royal Caribbean cruise. So who would be right for a Celebrity cruise if they came to you? And who would be right for a Disney cruise? And who would be right for not cruising, but doing a different type of vacation? So it's important that you understand the type of person that is going to most likely want to do like a Royal Caribbean or Celebrity cruise, because that's who you're going to market to. That's who you're going to easily get on the cruise. Princess Cruise, they have a great training program. If you do Disney or Universal, they have a training program. There are also other training programs out there. I know that Sandals does a training program, but that is typically done in person. But the online things, typically, what a lot of vendors want you to do is do the online training first before they will offer you any type of fam trip or any kind of a discount or anything like that that might be possible for you. You also might have to sell a certain amount of stuff too. But the important part that you're trying to get to is that training so you can understand the product. You should only be doing one training at a time because otherwise you're going to get it all mixed up and you're not really learning it. You're just trying to get it done. And there is that need sometimes to just get it done, and that's fine. But the real goal is to learn about the product so you can best sell it. There are also ones that you can purchase. And there is vendor training that you can purchase, like for a destination. So maybe like Hawaii is a destination, or in the Caribbean, there might be a training that you might want to do. And there's all different types of systems and schools that will have a certification that you can do. So if those are your areas of interest, you just need to find them and figure out what it is that you want to do to train. And it might not be something that you can get through your travel agency. You might have to pay for it separately. I had to pay for one of the things that I wanted separately. I am an Alaskan destination specialist. I had to pay for that separately outside of my agency because Alaska is a place that I am very passionate about and think everyone should go to. So I needed that training so that when I go to Alaska now, there's stuff that I am specifically looking for, trying to figure out and set up so that when future clients go, they understand about Alaska and have that benefit from me having all this information that I trained on and then also going in person. All right. So there's a lot to talk about for vendor training, but all I can say is hopefully your agency will start you up with what it is that you need to do first, and then you can kind of go from there. But if you have questions on vendor training, please ask me below. Some information I can't give out to you because, like, it's unless you're a travel agent, I can't tell you, but I will do the best I can. And just know that we are here live every day in July. So if there is a topic you would like me to cover, please let me know. And if you have questions on vendor training, put it below. And I will see you next time on Learning from Lauren.